cycle. Atmospheric air contains 79% of the nitrogen, and the living organisms require nitrogen for synthesize amino acids, protein, and other protoplasmic components. Most organisms are incapable of directly utilizing nitrogen because nitrogen is very stable and inert. For the biological purpose, nitrogen is converted into nitrogenous compound. The cyclic back and forth movement of nitrogen between atmosphere and the living organism stabilize the nitrogen in the atmosphere. Stages of nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen is taken by some microorganism called nitrogen fixers. By the nitrogen fixers, nitrogen is entered into the soil as nitrogenous compounds. These nitrogenous compounds flow to plants from the soil and plants to animals. And these nitrogenous compounds return to soil by the decomposition of the plants and the animals. And the recycling occur and the return of molecular nitrogen from soil to atmosphere taken place. Chemical process of nitrogen cycle. It includes nitrogen fixation, denitrification, ammonification, nitrification, and nitrogen assimilation. Nitrogen fixation includes three steps: industrial nitrogen fixation, non biological nitrogen fixation, and biological nitrogen fixation. Of these, biological nitrogen fixation is most prominent, and the denitrification is release of the nitrogen from nitrogenous compounds back to atmosphere. Industrial nitrogen fixation. Industrial nitrogen fixation is taken by Haber-Bosch process. In this process, hydrogen and nitrogen react with each other in the presence of industrial catalyst nickel at high temperature and pressure, and the nitrogen is converted into ammonia. The source of hydrogen is the methane of natural gas. Non-biological nitrogen fixation. It's a photochemical conversion of the atmospheric nitrogen to nitrite, nitrate, and ammonium. It is brought by the ionization phenomena of thunder, cosmic radiation, volcanic eruption, lightning. This provides high energy for the breakdown of the triple bond of nitrogen and the combination of the free nitrogen with the hydrogen and the oxygen. And the combination of nitrogen with the oxygen forms nitrous and nitric oxide, and with the combination of hydrogen forms ammonia. The nitrous and nitric oxide get hydrated by atmospheric water vapor and form nitrous and nitric acid. Rainwater brings these acids and ammonia to the soil surface, and these nitrates and ammonia enrich the soil surface. It's only less than 10% of the natural fixation. The next method is biological nitrogen fixation, and mostly by microorganism nitrogen fixers. And the species of bacteria involved is blue-green alga, fungi, and lichen. And soil nitrogen fixers are of two types: free-living nitrogen fixers and symbiotic nitrogen fixers. The free-living nitrogen fixers are both terrestrial and aquatic habit. Bacteria and blue-green algae include. Some of these bacteria are aerobic and some others are anaerobic and some others are photosynthetic. And the symbiotic nitrogen fixers. Symbiotic nitrogen fixers live within other organisms as a shelter, and the blue-green alga rhizobium found in the root nodules of the leguminous plants. Neither the plant nor the bacterium fix nitrogen with separate when they are separate, and only their symbiotic association make them a nitrogen fixing power. It only occurs in soil, and the nitrogen fixers utilize the nitrogen to synthesize ammonia. Primarily, the nitrogen is break down the free nitrogen atoms by breaking triple bond with the help of enzyme nitrogenase. It's an activation of nitrogen and the reaction is endergonic. And the free nitrogen atom combines with the hydrogen to form ammonia and is an exergonic reaction. It's mediated by the enzyme hydrogenase. Next is ammonification. Nitrogen fixers utilize ammonia for synthesized protein. After their decay, the protein is hydrolyzed to amino acid by the action of actinomycetes. The amino acid transformed to soil as ammonia. This is called ammonification. And the bacterial nitrification. By the help of nitrifying bacteria, the soil ammonia is converted into nitrate. Ammonia is first oxidized to nitrite by nitrite bacteria, and then nitrite is oxidized to nitrate by nitrate bacteria. Cycling of soil nitrate is taken by four major routes. They are: most of the nitrates are absorbed by plants for nitrate assimilation. A small portion undergo bacterial denitrification and release nitrogen. A small portion is converted to soil ammonia by ammonifying bacteria, and some amount is lost to deep sediments by leaching. Nitrate assimilation. Soil nitrate is mostly taken by plants, and this nitrate is reduced to ammonia, and by using this ammonia amino acid and proteins are synthesized, and from these plants the nitrogen is passed to animals and then decomposes. Replenishment of soil nitrogen. is taken by two rules, and most animals excrete nitrogen to soil as ammonia, urea, and uric acid, and decay of death part convert protein to ammonia by the activity of ammonifying bacteria. Bacterial denitrification. Some amount of soil nitrate is used by denitrifying bacteria. It's a reversal of the nitrogen cycle, and the nitrate is converted to nitrite, nitrous oxide, nitric oxide, and molecular nitrogen. The nitrogen produced return to atmosphere and the cycle again. The denitrification complete the nitrogen cycle and balance the atmospheric nitrogen. The topic nitrogen cycle is taken by Alisha Shaji, third year BSc Botany student of Srinarayana College, Natika.